start. So,
Um,
start, please.
Thank you. Now I want to tell you about something about our project. The topic of our project was building resilience to disasters and climate change. We together had a lesson about climate change and global warming and ways to stop it, like drive less, save water. But within the framework of ETwinning, we learned more. We studied that issue in more depth. At the same time, we learned to use different tools such as MindMap, MindMeister, Simple Site. Most of us have had our first blog. You can see my first blog. These 8 weeks have taught me a lot of things, and I can say for sure that my knowledge and skills have increased within this project.
Okay, and what is the main, lesson that you have learned at the end of the project?
I have learned a lot of things, such as now I can make videos. And first, in the beginning of project, it was difficult for me, but
Mhm.
now I can make video easily.
Yes, and what is your advice to your classmates how to save our environment, the climate change? Who needs climate
Everyone
change? Yes.
has everyone can do little steps to improve our environment and stop climate change. For example, we can recycle our garbage, and we can use drive. We can go for walk
Mm-hmm.
and biking, for
Yes,
example.
yes, that's right. And here you can see some tips. Yes, we must
Yeah.
green our environment. Yes, we should stop cutting trees because trees give oxygen. Yes, so one tree can give 30% of oxygen to four people, as we have already said. Thank you. Who is the next?
Thank you.
Can I can
Yes,
Nvart.
just raise your hand, Navat.
Yes.
I will find your blog now and we'll share it. So, Navat, start,
Mhm.
please.
During this project, I really like a twinning project, and during this project, I learned lots of things. For example, what is climate change? What can we do to stop climate change? And besides climate change, I learned how to use different tools. For
Mm-hmm.
example, Meet Meister, and lots of tools.
Mm-hmm.
And I created my first blog about climate change, and it is very interesting for me. And that's all.
Okay, thank you. So this is your work, this is your blog, and I hope you will continue blogging and you will find more
Yes.
interesting topics. What is the most important lesson that you have learned from this work?
From this work, I learned that we must stop climate change because we all deserve equal protection.
Mm-hmm.
And because, for example, we can um,
Plant trees.
uh, uh, trees because it oxygen
Yes, they
for
bring
us.
oxygen. Yes,
They
that's
bring
right.
oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Um, thank you. Who would like to speak next? Milena.
Yeah, this project was really interesting. We learned about climate change and some ways to stop it. I'm sure that I mean the participants of this
Mm-hmm.
project, we will do some steps to stop climate change. I recommend reading our blogs and do some
Mm-hmm.
steps to stop climate change. We must remember that our earth is our home and we must help. help it. Within ETwinning, I found out some useful tools such as mind map and so on. This project was really a great opportunity for us to develop, acquire new and necessary knowledge.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if we read your blog, we can see that you have collected very interesting information about climate change. What is the most important piece of information that you would like to tell your classmates about climate change?
I think the most important that they know that they all can help to
Yes.
stop climate change, and they just can read some information and do.
Yes, that's right. And the most important thing maybe is not to pollute the environment. Yes. Um, this is the thing that we humans can do. Thank you. Simonian, would you like to speak?
Yes. This project was very interesting, and I think during this project we have done hard work, and we have good results now. During this project, I have learned many things about disasters in our country, about climate change, about ways to reduce global warming. Also, during this project, I met many new people. During this project, I created videos about steps how to reduce climate change, and I created my first blog, and you can see it. In my blog, you can see information about climate change, about ways how to reduce climate change. Then I have some information about disasters and their connection with climate change. And afterwards, I have information in my blog about Earth Day.
Yes.
And I want to say my classmates that Earth is our home and we should save it. And we can help and stop global warming. For example, we mustn't waste plastic, or we can use less water.
If you remember our last term work, when we tried to conserve water and electricity, you filled in a questionnaire. Do you remember that? So it was the first step to our project that we have done, and we have already finished it. What is your most important advice to us, to your classmates, or to everybody who will watch this video? What should we do to prevent climate change or to live with it?
I think that we must do anything that we can to stop global warming, and we must learn how to stop it. For example, I and my classmates have learned many things about it, and now we can stop it with our steps.
Yes, and I think the most important one is educate yourself and others, because if you can spread your word, if you can spread the information that you have, it will somehow help other people be aware of what is happening, yes, what they can do to live with climate change. So
Yes.
we have different things, different types of advice here, and we have got to follow them, right? Thank you. Who else would like to speak? Okay. Any questions? I have got one question. People, what do you do with the batteries that you have in your, for example, clocks or in your devices? When you remove these batteries, what do you do with them? Do you throw them? Just into the garbage?
Yes.
No.
Yes. But what should we do with these batteries? Do you know what we should do with the batteries?
No.
So there are special places. We have such shops in Yerevan as well, where they gather these batteries, because these batteries contain very dangerous chemical elements. If we throw them, they are buried, and they leak. These chemical elements leak, I think, an artahoskelinum, and they infect the soil. They infect the soil, and the soil becomes radioactive and dangerous for us, because different animals come and eat the grass from this territory, and they also become infected, and they die earlier than they could die. Yes. Thank you. If you have questions, you can come up with questions